Smith forced his son to fail. Now, this clip alone is the single reason Jaden Smith's career failed. Did it really fail? No, it didn't fail. It didn't fail. All right, let me just play it.
What you are about to see is a 20-second clip that made Jaden Smith the laughingstock of the internet.
Because I was picking up more things from adults
no.
than I were from kids my own age. And I look, and I go around sometimes, and I hang out with other people that are my age, and they're just kind of just...
Yeah. This is everybody in Gen Z, pretty much. You know us. We all just be running around in the streets. Like, that's what we be doing. Oh my god, that's what I imagine every time. Like, this is what I think of whenever I see this clip. I think of, like, this is what a boomer looks like. Gen Z, this is what they think Gen Z is like. We just go around like run around. Selfie. Hot chips. Like, this is what we do. Oh my god.
Selfie. I'm just like, dude, like, oh my god, like, can we talk about, like, the political and economic state of the world right now? Can we talk about what's going on with the environment? Can we talk about...
However, people choose
It's a classic.
to ignore the very important context stated right before that.
I remember when that broke. I don't know how many people remember, but I remember when that broke, the amount of TikTok edits. The amount of TikTok edits was ridiculous. Wait, Jaden Smith slammed for cringe criticism of people his own age.
Clip.
Put me, like, they would be having a meeting about their next film or something, and they would put me at the head of the table and just make me sit there while they're talk and debate with all these people, talk numbers, talk crazy stuff.
Jaden says he spent more time with adults.
That sounds so sad, though. Like, that sounds like such a sad childhood. Like, I'm imagining if I was a kid, if I was just around my parents while they, like, paid the bills and argued about, like, financial problems and stuff. That sounds so sad.
Than children during his youth.
What, he's got Cheeto stubble hair? Yo, there's not that bad.
Spend his free time in very important business meetings with his mother and father, Jada Pinkett and Will Smith, discussing serious business matters that he barely understood at the time. Jaden's parents never told him no. They allowed him to do anything and everything his heart desired, hoping that it would deepen and strengthen their relationship. They designed a meticulous, calculated plan for Jaden to be born and raised a superstar, and it ended in disaster. By age 15, he wanted to be emancipated from them, got blacklisted from Hollywood, and is hated by everyone on the internet.
Damn, PewDiePie? Nah, my boy Joe Bartolozzi. Yo, Joe Bartolozzi, shout out. Oh, that's funny.
Internet. Most people's
Damn,
first
PewDiePie made a video on him, though? I didn't see that.
introduction to Jaden was in 2006 during his film debut in the biographical drama The Pursuit of
Oh,
Happiness.
this is such a good movie. If y'all haven't watched this is such a good movie.
Most young actors start with minor roles to help build their resumes. Jaden's father thought it would be best for his 7-year-old son to join a $55 million budget feature film alongside his dad, but the film producers...
Pursuit of Happiness, that was $55 million? Damn, that was worth it. It was good.
Did not want Jaden as the co-star. The film is inspired by the true story of Chris Gardner, a San Francisco salesman struggling to build a future for himself and his 5-year-old son Christopher. When his girlfriend walks out, Chris is left to raise Christopher on his own. In a movie that centers on a father's relationship with his son, it makes sense to cast an actual father-son duo, and many would argue the decision paid off with the heartfelt film. However, casting Jaden was not a straightforward decision. In fact, he still had to audition, just like other young actors in contention for the part. In his memoir titled Will Smith explained that director Gabrielle Muccino was having trouble casting the role of Christopher Jr., having auditioned close to 500 child actors. Around that time, Jaden began expressing interest in acting, so Will and Jada consented to their son auditioning for the role. Although Muccino wanted Jaden to portray Christopher Jr., there was some pushback. Will wrote that the Pursuit of Happiness director told him, "I wanted Jaden for this role from the first moment I met him, but the studio forbade me from asking you." The studio felt like it was a death sentence for the film from a marketing standpoint. They felt like people wouldn't be able to suspend disbelief seeing Jaden and you on camera as father and son. The studio also feared their decision would appear as favoritism and preferential treatment, with people crying out nepotism. Finally, Jaden was allowed a screen test alongside Will, which led to Jaden auditioning a total of 9 times, which is very...
Isn't it kind of like, okay, I understand he had a lot of auditions, but isn't that kind of like still nepotism? Because like his dad is Will Smith, so like he would have really never got it if it wasn't. But I mean, I understand. You know, he did work for that. He worked for it. I'll say that.
very uncommon. The studio simply didn't want the problems that came along with casting him, but audition after audition, in all of his innocent 6-year-old glory, he proved himself the right actor for the role. Many people question if Jaden actually proved himself, or if his father was so steadfast on him securing the role that eventually the studio just gave in. But it really didn't matter, because the film was a hit. Their natural father-son dynamic helped the film grow so—
What? 307 million? Okay, I didn't know that. It's a good movie.
Over $300 million at the worldwide box office, with both Will and Jaden receiving several award nominations. Jaden says his parents never pressured or expected him to follow in their footsteps. However, he did grow up with a camera in his face. Now, a lot of parents made home videos with their kids, but maybe Will put a little extra focus on it.
My dad would just film me and my sister, and we would make tray tricks, Matrix spin-off.
It's not uncommon for celebrities' children to follow the same career path, and he landed another substantial role in the sci-fi film The Day the Earth Stood Still, before securing a surprise guest appearance on The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Now imagine every random idea you had as a child. If you were Will Smith's son, he would pour thousands of dollars into whatever your heart desired at that moment. At 10 years old, Jaden wanted to start a water company. Just Water. My man. When I was a kid, I kept—
Wait.
10 years old, Jaden—
Have y'all ever drank? Why have I never heard of this? I've heard of a lot of water. I never heard of Just Water.
wanted to start a water company. Just Water. My man. When I was a kid, I kept seeing discarded water bottles on the ground everywhere, and the amount of waste blew me away. I told my parents that I was passionate about reducing our carbon footprint. For the next 7 years, they developed a planet-friendly water bottle that uses 82% renewable material. Just Water wouldn't be available to the public until 2015. As of 2019, the company has sold its water in stores over 10 countries and over 15,000 retail stores in North America. And they still haven't given me a sponsorship. Giving you a This is the easiest way to make money on the world. Make sure you use my code PatrickCC to sign up today. Although Jaden—
No, it's a good message though. Like, I actually like the message of the bottle or the water and stuff. I never seen it. I'm being so serious. I've never seen this.
Wanted to make an impact on the world, his privilege undoubtedly gave him a sense of superiority. He seemingly forgot that his parents' money funded his business ventures, meaning he didn't need an education like others. He once famously tweeted, "If everybody in the world dropped out of school, we would have a much more intelligent society."
No, what was he cooking up here? Hey, Jane. Nah, this was, when was this, 2013? Oh, yeah, Jaden Smith used to be, like, a real philosopher, if y'all don't know. He used to be, like, a real philosopher. I think this was his philosopher age. What is bro babbling about? I think he was talking to Kanye too much. Oh, shit. This is actually so funny. Look, 12.8K reposts. I know they was roasting his ass.
Jaden was homeschooled by his parents in the beginning because his father wanted his kids by his side when he was filming movies. My kids being with me is of a higher value than sitting in a classroom. Then in 2009, Will and Jada opened New Village Leadership Academy, a private elementary school in Calabasas, California. Jaden and his sister Willow enrolled at the academy once it was up and operating. According to ABC News, classes consisted of yoga, karate, robotics, technology, math, literacy, Spanish, art, and living skills. As Jaden grew older, he used social media to express his views regarding traditional education.
We're preparing everybody to go to prison through the schools. Yeah. It's like, oh, okay, the people that are not doing good in the grades, oh, you're doing like this, oh, you...
okay, this is true. This is true. Like, with schooling, they do prepare you, like, to kind of venture into prison. Like, if you really look at the similarities of school, you do something bad, you get a punishment, right? Their timeout corner, for example, there's a lot of similarities. That's what I believe. That's true.
The detention, There's too many correlations between public schools and prisons.
Jaden has been crowned the king of "I'm 14 and this is deep." Pretty much everyone that has experienced the American education system knows it's not setting us up to be successful multimillionaires. And maybe, in theory, the New Village Leadership Academy style of learning could be much better.
Now, it depends. I feel like it can set you up. Like, if you get something in STEM, you can guarantee a 6-figure job a lot of times. If you get something in STEM, trade school, you can guarantee a 6-figure job. But a lot of people, they don't do that shit. They end up not getting it. But I mean,
the youth. The problem is that the school costs
better than public. I mean, because it costs money. Yeah, that's why.
$2,000 per year to attend, and was closed due to parents learning their child's curriculum was steeped in Scientology. So when Jaden says things like, "School is the tool to brainwash the youth," and "Education is rebellion," it kind of just comes off as a rich boy who had all the resources to be successful and thinks anyone could do it as long as they put their mind to it and work hard. However, in 2010, Jaden would hit his career peak when he starred in the remake of The Karate Kid, a role that catapulted him to global superstardom. As you can imagine, this was Will Smith's idea. Jaden said, "My dad had the idea, and everybody knows in our house that my dad's a little crazy." Okay, he's very crazy. But you know
what I'm really thinking now? W movie. You know what I'm really thinking of now? Bro, politics is so on social media. If they released this movie, Karate Kid, with Jaden Smith, instead of like the original actor, him being black, my nigga, people would fucking lose it. Holy shit. Really think of it. Really think of it. It was an amazing movie, but really think of it. That's how political the world is now. Cobra Kai wouldn't exist.
No, when he said this, we were like, "Are you sure?" And then we were like, "All right, we're going to listen to you because you're the guy." Little did Jaden know that just blindly listening to his father would eventually...
Oh my god, what haircut did Willow have? This wasn't the shit she was wearing with the whip your hair back and forth, right? This was not the same haircut. She looked like a Smurf. Or what is that one movie? Trolls. Trolls, oh my god. She got the Trolls cut. Why would you ever have that hairdo? Bro, Will and Jada should be ashamed of themselves. But like syndrome? Oh, that's actually a crime.
To disaster. Jaden took the spotlight while his parents took on producer roles, overseeing the film under their production company, Overbrook Entertainment. This film would change a lot of the most iconic parts of the original. Ralph Macchio's 1984 Karate Kid depicts a boy from New Jersey who moves to a California town. For Jaden...
Isn't it crazy that is it bad that I still haven't watched the original Karate Kid? I've not. The only one I watched is the one with, that's mine, to be honest. The one with Jaden Smith, that's mine. That's mine. I haven't either. Yeah, same. I wouldn't let my kid have it. OG Karate Kid is alright. I'll take your word for it, Shark.
Dre Parker in the remake, he's not just the new kid in town. He experiences an unimaginable culture shock when his mother's job forces them to move from Detroit to China.
I'm not gonna lie. Hold on, let me rewind it.
An unimaginable...
Bro, the way these Chinese kids was attacking him was definitely racially motivated. Like, look at this kick.
Culture shock.
Look at this kick.
When his mother...
Like, he put some pep into it. He went and then backed up and kicked him. Put some pep into that.
Mother's job forces them to move from Detroit 100%. To China. The main character in both adaptations develops animosity towards the class bully and must learn how to defeat him. However, the famous wax-on, wax-off scenes are replaced with a new learning system centered around putting a jacket on and taking it off, hanging it up, and taking it down. Karate, which originated in Okinawa, Japan, is replaced with Chinese Kung Fu. Jerry Weintraub, the original series producer, insisted on using the well-known title even though the film contains no karate. He briefly contemplated changing the title to The Kung Fu Kid before deciding otherwise.
That's a cool title too, but I think it doesn't like. It's good they use Karate Kid, the old one.
Jackie Chan portrays Parker's instructor, Mr. Han, a maintenance man, and secret kung fu master who trains Parker to face the bullies at an upcoming kung fu tournament. Having Jackie Chan as the main character meant this film was destined for success. Chan is so widely respected in China that they got production benefits that nobody else could. The Chinese government reportedly agreed to let filming take place at the Great Wall of China, the Forbidden City, and the Wudang Mountains.
Like, do you know how much, that's how much motion Will Smith had in Hollywood at the time. And he still is big, but like, for China to grant somebody to use the Great Wall and all of these ancient kind of buildings, like, that's not easy. They don't do that normally unless you like slip them 10 million, 15 million, or how many, probably billion at this point. But now they wouldn't do it because, they don't like America anymore.
Then Jaden was given the opportunity to collaborate with the biggest pop star.
Oh my god, I love this.
In the world.
Never say never. I will fight till it ever. I used to love that song.
Justin Bieber for the Karate Kid theme song, adding to the seemingly never-ending list of advantages Jaden had. Never Say Never featured a rap verse from Jaden. This was the first song he ever recorded. The single reached number 8 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. Wow. Today, Never Say Never has been certified 5 times platinum and accumulated over 1 billion views on YouTube. The Karate Kid, released in summer of 2010, received positive reviews from critics and grossed over $359 million globally. Nonetheless, the film's success reinforced Jaden's position as a rising star in Hollywood. He was paid a reported salary of $1 million as an upfront fee, but received an additional $2 million bonus after the film was released. Will Smith carefully shaped his son's career up until this point.
He was set right there. He didn't even have to he could have retired at that age. Imagine being able to retire at, how old was he? Like probably 12 or something?
was now 12, a global superstar,
WTF, I
and
can't
basically
even do
had
with
a
that money?
perfect resume. But all of that was about to come crashing down. In 2013, Jaden appeared alongside his father Will in the post-apocalyptic action film.
Yeah, this is the movie. I don't know if y'all have ever watched this, but I remember watching this in theaters. I think I actually watched this with my family. And I don't remember much about it, but I just know it wasn't that good. Like, people said it was terrible. And then it all fell apart. I was a kid when I watched it. I don't remember.
After Earth. This was intended to be the first installment of a new franchise. Will intended to launch a multimedia
And it's crazy, yeah, because it could have been huge. It could have been their thing.
Franchise titled 1000 AE. The original plan was that After Earth would be followed by a sequel, then a live-action television series, an animated television series, webisodes, a video game, consumer products, theme park attractions, documentaries, comics, and educational.
I think they just set up a little bit too much, like a little bit too much. Why'd they have all this set up?
Program collaboration in partnership with NASA,
probably thought it was
cologne and
gonna work
perfume
100%.
lines,
Like,
and
they
a
thought it was
social media
100% gonna work.
platform, with Jaden being the face of it all. Will created a plan to essentially
That's a
turn
lot.
Jaden into Mickey Mouse, a ubiquitous character that can be milked for billions of dollars through licensing.
Okay, I heard Mickey Mouse and I was like, what?
Once Jaden realized he was just a pawn for his father's billion-dollar business, he tried to exit his own family. After Earth is a film set in a distant future where Earth has become uninhabitable due to environmental catastrophe, and humans have resettled on a new planet called Nova Prime. After Earth centers on General Cypher Rage, played by Will Smith, and his son Katai, played by Jaden Smith. Cypher is a legendary military commander known for his ability to ghost, which means he can suppress his fear and become invisible to the alien creatures called Ursa that now threaten humanity. On the other hand, Katai struggles to live up to his father's expectations and lacks the emotional control necessary to ghost. Cypher is critically injured when their spaceship crash lands on Earth, and Katai must embark on a perilous journey to retrieve a rescue beacon that can signal for help. The film primarily focuses on Katai's survival and personal growth as he faces numerous dangers and overcomes his fears. After Earth, through a generic and uncompelling plot, came off as a passion project that potentially reflected Will and Jaden's real-life relationship. The reflection being that Jaden wasn't nearly as talented as his father and needed to desperately work on his craft to be mentioned in the same breath. Perhaps the most ironic part about this film is that it's too realistic. Cypher holds his son's...
I think that's most actors' kids. Like, they'll never live up to their... A lot of times, like 99% of the times, they just can't live up to their parents, what their parents do, because, it just can't.
Hand while guiding him to success, instead of allowing Katai to find his own path, which is exactly what happened in real life between Will and Jaden. Cypher's demanding expectations and Katai's desire to prove himself create tension within their relationship that evolves as the story progresses. This same tension is reflected in Will and Jaden's relationship months after the film's release. Critics felt that Jaden was handed the opportunity due to his family's connections rather than his acting abilities, which was completely true. Another concern surrounding the film was elements of Scientology, a controversial religion to which the Smith family...
Oh, how? After Earth as Scientology propaganda, what critics are saying. Desolate planets, bubbling volcanoes, and all that talk about overcoming fear. Is Will Smith's new movie trying to sell us something more than a good time? I think the media might be stupid with this one. I don't know, maybe he's gonna prove it, but that just sounds stupid.
Concern surrounding the film was elements of Scientology, a controversial religion to which the Smith family has been loosely associated with.
Scientology has a cross on it? Oh, that's disrespect.
Despite the star power of Will Smith, After Earth underperformed at the box office. It did not meet the financial expectations set by the studio, leading to financial losses and disappointment for all involved. Although the film made over $243 million on a $130 million budget, the production budget doesn't include the marketing, which cost roughly $100 million. This meant the film's total budget stood somewhere around $230 million, and not to mention the empire that was supposed to be built around it. To add insult to injury, the film received 6 Golden Raspberry Award nominations, with Jaden winning Worst Actor, Will winning Worst Supporting Actor, and together winning Worst Screen
Oh my god.
Combo. Will abandoned his multi-billion...
What is the raspberry? Do they just be... Is that the... Why? That's so f***ed up. Why is there an award? That's right, they just have award shows for anything in Hollywood. They have a hater award show? Like, you just be hating on in that award show?
$1 franchise plan and
Grown
admitted...
Ups 2 there? Wait, was Grown Ups 2 there? What? I don't remember Scary Movie 5, actually. A Medea Christmas? I don't think I watched this. I remember this movie was trash.
Winning Worst Screen Combo.
The opposite of the Oscars, where they give the worst movies and actor awards. Why would they ever, why would Hollywood... Isn't that the downfall of Hollywood? Why would they ever do that to each other? Imagine like Twitch had an award show like that, the worst streamers. Like, y'all know how there's what was that last award show that happened a couple months ago or a month ago or something? Imagine that, the worst streamers, the worst people. Oh my god.
Will abandoned his multi-billion-dollar franchise plan and admitted that this destroyed his relationship with Jaden. After Earth was an abysmal box office and critical failure, Will wrote in his memoir, and what was worse was that Jaden took the hit. Fans and the press were absolutely vicious. They said and printed things about Jaden that I refused to repeat. Jaden had faithfully done everything that I'd instructed him to do, and I'd coached him into the worst public mauling he'd ever experienced. We never discussed it, but I knew he felt betrayed, he felt misled, and he lost his trust in my leadership. And Will wasn't lying about the public humiliation. Jaden was eviscerated. South Park made fun of him.
Jaden Smith lets his parents do whatever they want. You know what? The guys at work, they took a bet on who would win in a fight, you or Jaden Smith, and they all said Jaden Smith could kick your ass.
Key and Peele also made fun of him.
Stan will whip his ass. Let's be real.
I mean, it's hard being Will Smith's son. I just want to make sure...
Is this Key and Peele? No, they was really clowning him, bro. Was it really that bad? Okay, now I feel kind of bad.
My next project reflects that I'm a down-to-earth, normal kid. Am I making any sense?
Crazy?
Not to mention the endless articles and tweets that were being thrown at him every day. All of Jaden's success at this point was because of Will, Pursuit of Happiness, The Karate Kid, even Just Water, which was started with Will's money.
Yeah, just off those two movies, you can't even say he's untalented. I mean, he was younger, but you can't say he's untalented.
Blindly followed his dad because what child wouldn't trust their dad? Plus, it was working. There was an immense pressure to fulfill his dad's vision to become a billion-dollar franchise, and he performed to the best of his capabilities, only for it all to come crashing down and have the world blame Jaden and not Will. Jaden was ruined, angry, and asked his parents if he could be emancipated. Emancipation is a legal process that frees a child.
Okay, I'm thinking of another emancipation.
Child who is between the ages of 14 to 17 from the custody and control of their parent or guardian. His parents were heartbroken, but they understood why. They realized it was because of their mistakes that their son didn't feel normal.
Okay, no, if my child ever says that, like, I know I failed as a parent, but emancipation? I've never heard of that. I mean, it makes sense if you have really bad parents that are just abusing you or something.
He ultimately decided to not be emancipated, but he started to pursue a life and career on his own terms. However, this would make people hate him even more. How can mirrors be real if our eyes aren't real?
Now, hold up. Y'all really gotta understand what he's talking about in this tweet. When he says, how can mirrors be real if our eyes aren't real? Our eye, the human eye experience, isn't actually broke down. It's never been broken down. How do eyes exist? How am I seeing this? How are you seeing this video? Really think it through. What did bro think he was saying? Too intellectual?
Real. If newborn babies could speak, they would be the most intelligent beings on.
Now, y'all really gotta understand what he's saying right here, okay? This is just another misinterpretation. Like, you really have to understand. Newborn babies, they come out of the mother's womb. They have to swim. You know, newborn babies actually know to swim because they are swimming in the mother's womb. They have all their cells intact. They are the perfect life form as soon as they come out. Humans are the most perfect life form, so that's what
Planet Earth. I should just stop tweeting. The human consciousness must raise before I speak my juvenile philosophy. Jaden feeling like he is this profound philosopher that
I'm not going through all these. There's too many. There's too many.
The world can't understand.
Okay, let me read all these. Most trees are blue. School is the tool. Okay, we saw that. Jonah Hill is a genius. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Yapping random ass shit now. If a bookstore never runs out of a certain book, does Jaden, you kinda missed the spelling on that. Does that mean that nobody reads it or everybody reads it? Wait, I'm confused. What? Oh, is he saying the book gets put back and like everybody's reading it? They're putting it in the same place? That one is a W. I don't know if I just don't understand. You know, I'm on the same intellectual plane as Jaden Smith. Was Moises where would I be? Is that Moses? People tell me to smile. I tell them the lack of emotion in my face doesn't mean I'm unhappy. Yeah, that's true. Sometimes you just have a bitch-made face.
Obviously comes off as
officially
extremely
lost his
pretentious.
mind.
But he was 14 years old at this point and was finally coming up with his own thoughts, ideas, creations, instead of his parents shaping them for him. In an interview with GQ, he said, "Me and Willow are scientists, so everything for us is a scientific test upon humanity." He even compared himself to the scientific pioneer Galileo. At least now the criticism...
Who's Galileo? Oh, he's an astronomer. Commonly referred to, it was an Italian astronomer, physicist, and engineer, sometimes described as a polymath. This guy, comparing yourself to Galileo is actually crazy. Well, you know, maybe in his own way, like he is, you know? Like he explores the world of worlds we can't see. He's just misunderstood a little bit. That's it.
And bullying Jaden was receiving was because of his own thoughts and ideas and not his father's. He embraced the memes in this video. Jaden Smith reads mind-blowing facts about the universe.
The human brain
I remember this.
11 million bits of information.
I thought I didn't even know this was embracing. Like, he played the role so good because I remember seeing this and I was like, you know what? This is like a Jaden Smith type thing.
Every second, but is aware only of 40. In an average lifetime, human skin completely replaces itself 900 times. You see your nose all the time. Your brain just chooses to ignore it.
He did become somewhat of a fashion trendsetter. Jaden is known
I hate when people see that because now I can see my nose. Like, because he said that, bro, like, everybody, we see our nose. Like, now you guys are going to see your nose because he mentioned it. F you.
His androgynous fashion style. He frequently wears clothing that blurs the lines between traditional men's and
Bro, JoJo ass character fit. What the hell? JoJo character. Like, this is a JoJo stand.
women's fashion, incorporating elements like skirts, dresses, oversized clothing,
There's nothing
and
wrong
bold
with that,
patterns.
so?
In 5 years, when a kid goes to school wearing a skirt, he won't get beat up, and kids won't get mad at him.
Okay, that is a bad statement. Please. I mean, you know, if you want, sure, express yourself if you want. You know what? Let me not say anything. I don't think that's right. I don't think that this statement is very much wrong. You know, if you go to school with a skirt, I don't think, you know, your people are just going to be like, oh, it's okay. No problem. Just walk by the hall. I'm just saying.
Him. He even wore outfits like a white Batman suit to prom, the Met Gala, and Kim and Kanye.
You telling the truth? There are MFs at my school rocking skirts. Okay, maybe I just went to a different school. I don't know. At my school, bro, it was opposite. You get your ass beat or something.
His wedding, but this continued to get him bullied by haters. His tweet stating that Tyler the Creator was his boyfriend just added more fuel to the fire. Their alleged relationship was never confirmed nor denied, but his ambiguity inspired many people around the world. Every new venture seemed to give his haters more material to use against him, but that changed with his album Sire, which even his biggest opposers admit was pretty good. While the lyrics still feel like his signature I'm 14 and this is deep style,
What you call an icon?
the production is a 10 out of 10. No exaggeration, this is one of the best produced melodic hip-hop albums of the 2010s. The most prominent single on the project was Icon, which despite not
this is when people started to shift, I think, their opinions, saying like, oh, he's a music artist, like he's coming back.
on the Billboard Hot 100, it did go 2 times platinum in the United States, while the music video accumulated over 184 million views on YouTube. Wow. And this track is nothing short of a banger. Many people criticize him for calling himself an icon.
I think what it means to be an icon is being able to take extreme amounts of hate. The only reason that they receive that hate is because they do things that other people don't do.
Following Sire, Jaden released Eerie's in 2019, an album that delved into darker themes and explored a more experimental sound. Nobody wants to feel bad for a kid that was born in the 0.001% of society. He has attempted to use his own status as...
You can feel bad in some ways. Like, I mean, you basically can't do anything normally, especially as Jaden Smith, but like, I mean, that's really it for the most part.
Will Smith's son as a disadvantage. If I were white and not Will Smith's silly son, I would be the most respected philosopher of our...
Okay, bro. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is 2015. God damn. Oh, he was off his rocker. Bro was for sure high when typing this. Oh, that's bad.
And all time. I always knew no one was going to understand me. I felt about life differently than other kids.
So ahead of our
I could
time?
tell by the way
no,
they
he really was, bro, because like, niggas will just say that now and then nobody will bat an eye. That's a lie. People will definitely bat an eye.
Treated me. It is hard to live in the shadow of someone else. Jaden's biggest failures are by trusting his dad's vision. Some of Jaden's worst takes are from the perspective of a teenager trying to develop his own uniqueness. He just did it in front of the whole world. As he got older, he extended his privilege onto others. His long list of charitable endeavors includes Misfits Rep, the sustainable and eco-friendly fashion brand which promotes ethical manufacturing.
Wait, Misfits?
Processes.
This isn't the Misfit. This isn't the Red Boots Misfit, right? I hope not. I hope not.
And the use of sustainable materials. The Water Box, a filtration system that helps provide clean water nationwide. He also opened a mobile
restaurant. But it's actually cool. I have a filter like that. It's not that.
Where homeless.
It is? No. Oh my god. I mean, shit. His brain is doing work, but at what cost? It's working, but at what cost?
people can eat for free. I Love You, launched in 2019, started as a vegan food truck where Jaden aimed to provide free, healthy, sustainable meals to the homeless community in Los Angeles' Skid Row area. He may have been a cringe nepo baby, but it seems like he at least uses it to do some good in the world.
Like, he's doing that. That's doing more, single-handedly doing more than like most actors' kids combined together.
Plus, nothing Jaden has ever said or done will be more embarrassing than the public humiliation Will Smith has been subject to.
Will Smith is being called a cuck for punching Chris
over the past few years.
I forgot about that. Alright, well, great video. Yeah, well, you know, do any of y'all listen to Jaden Smith's music here? Like, do y'all have any of his songs on your playlist? I actually like Icon. I actually like Icon, but I think that's the only song I know. No, there's another song I forgot to listen to. No, rather kill myself. Okay, that's a little bit drastic, y'all. Come on. Forgot bro had music. Nah. Well, you know what? He did some good things at the end, so I like that.